Hi, my name's Kevin Hicks. Welcome to the History Squad. Now, we've all heard about the famous English and Welsh bowmen of Agincourt, Crécy and Poitiers, how fast they could shoot, how they could fill this sky with arrows. Well, I'm going to do a time shoot. Now, I'm dressed in the medieval gear, and the first one I'm going to do is the arrows from the arrow bag. So they're not in any order. They're as they would have been, I suppose, in battlefield conditions. And I've got my old bow, over 70-pound draw weight nowadays. We're at 30 yards. So we'll wait for the command to go. So you imagine the enemy are coming. When I'm given the command, I will shoot, and then at 1 minute, I will stop when I'm shouted stop. Okay, so here we go. I'm standing by.
On your mark, set, loose.
There's a bit of a crosswind, and that's taking the arrows off a little bit to the left. A competent bowman had to prove more than just his accuracy. It had to be his speed of shoot, and it had to be under pressure too. It's easy for us here in the sandpit having a nice gentle shoot, but you imagine with those arrows coming flying towards you from the enemy, and also enemy knights charging down. The bowman had to be cool under fire, so to speak.
That's it, stop.
Right, I've just picked up 5 off the ground. So let's have a look. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not bad. 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, that would hurt. 15, 16. Ow, well, that would really hurt. And that's gone quite deep through the eye there. So that's 17 in a minute. And all out of an arrow bag. So I don't think that's too bad. Perhaps do a speed shoot in full battle order. Hey, now that'll be something to see. So for this next part of a speed shoot, we've changed things up. We're going battle ready. No longer are we in nice comfortable doublet and hose. We've put on a jack chains, kettle helmet and chain maille or maille. I've even got the colours of Richard III upon me. We're going to see how this affects the speed and accuracy of the shot, see how I can do. So we're going to time me, and we're going to have a go. So I'm going to wait for Julie to give me the command to shoot. I'm going to pluck it straight from the arrow bag as I did before. So I'm now standing by.
Set, shoot.
As you can see, there's a heck of a crosswind, and it really is affecting the way the arrows are flying. So I've got to counter this. On top of that, this helmet is very uncomfortable, and the jack chains on my shoulders really are pulling down. But hey. Now, I'll tell you, it's been some years since I've shot in all of the gear. I hated it. I've just thrown my helmet off. It was breaking my neck. Might have another try in a little bit with some other gear, but let's go down and have a look. I felt as if it was chaos. I felt as if my arrows were going everywhere. They were underpowered, but I did manage to hit the target. Let's have a go and see how many are released. Yeah, well, I've put one through his throat, And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, let's recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Unlucky for some, especially him. So, when I was just in my doublet and hose and my nice woolly cap, 17 with ease and accurate. Yeah, I did feel that some of this was a little bit chaotic. They're all in the right area, but we're going to carry on. We're going to do a little bit more. Let's just get this out of his throat. It must be bothering him. Hi, so just for a bit of fun, we've put on a breastplate, an open face sallet. I've never shot in this. I did some experiments over 20 years ago at Warwick Castle with bits of armour, but I was a lot younger then. Now we're going to do a speed shoot. Let's see what difference it actually makes. I am fully armoured up, ready for battle, but I'm not going to be any good as a bowman. Let's have a look, eh? First arrow straight through the eye. Right, I'm going to stop it there. Look at this helmet. It don't fit. So I'm going to swap it for another helmet that I've had for years. Bear with me. So that was interesting, wasn't it? That helmet's the first time I've ever worn it, and it didn't fit properly. I must need a different liner. I remember back when I was in the British Army, any kit that we wore, it had to fit, had to be comfortable. So I've got my old sallet on, heavy, now with a breastplate. Let's have a go.
Set. Loose.
As you can see, we've still got a crosswind, but I feel more comfortable in the visored sallet. It's balancing quite nice. And the weight of the armour, it does make a difference. However, I feel as if I've got it all nice and tight. The arrows are going. I'll tell you, that was really hard for me. 70 years old. Yeah, but I imagine a younger man building up his muscles. Yeah, if you wanted to wear a breastplate, maybe. But I can totally understand how a bowman might dress down a light jack and his woolly cap, which will enable him to really shoot fast and move easily around the battlefield. Now, I don't know how many I actually managed to get off. I do know I split the stick and I put one through his cheek. Okay, so let's count them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to count that again, actually. I'm going to collect them up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my goodness me. Even with the breastplate on, I could do quite well. But I've got to be honest with you, I really can understand why the Warwick bowmen particularly wore those woolly hats and a brigandine or a nice jack. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little film of ours. I'll tell you now, it was painful for me. But if you enjoyed it, then like, share and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel further, why not have a look at joining our Patreon community? The link, it's in the description. Now, before I go any further, quick shout out to some of our Patreon members. We got Debbie Glasby, Carlos Rendon and Jeffrey Lance. Hey, thanks guys. Speak to you soon.